Came out to feed my boys homers. My blacks back there as well. This guy here has been out for days, and it's a hen. It's giving me all the problems in the world to get her in. But I bagged her. I had a netter to get in. It's funny, my wife asked me if I was coming out here. It was pouring real hard. It just stopped. I mean, like really hard out here. And I came out to make sure that the birds was fed and watered. My boy's in Puerto Rico right now. It's funny how sometimes life works. You know, my story's a little different than maybe others. My love for pigeon, it's hard to explain. After coming home from the penitentiary, you know, a lot of my friends that call home, that call me and ask me what I'm up to, I would tell them I'm either at work or messing around with the pigeons. They would laugh at me because I came home on life parole. I did 18 years in prison, came home on life parole, category 1, gang parole at that. I came home, which is like one of the worst paroles there is. And 9 years later, here I am, I'm still out and I'm off parole. And pigeons is funny, but pigeons have a lot to do with it as well, because I found myself that dealing with pigeons, it kind of like put me in a peaceful place. It was like sort of my happy place. And you know, a lot of the old gang members that I know that are still gang banging and in penitentiary. Some of these guys got 40 years, 100 years. Some of these dudes are never coming home. And again, I did 18 years in prison, and I was deeply affiliated in gangs. And you know, I would tell them my story now, and they would laugh at me and be like, "You out there with the pigeons? Like, what the fuck are you doing with the pigeons? Like, what's going on with you? Like, what's going on in your life that you spending so much time with pigeons?" Sometimes it's kind of hard to explain the love and the passion that I have for them. But one thing I can say is that pigeons had a lot to do with me staying home and staying on the right track. I mean, along with my wife and the right, you know, support, family support, my wife and kids and things of that nature. But pigeons is something that it's funny, I'm kind of selfish with it because I don't share that with my wife or my kids or anybody like that. It's something that I share my whole life with them. And pigeons is something that I just do for me, because they don't have a love or an attraction for them. They really care less for them. But for me, it's just a different kind of love, and it's a different kind of love. And it's funny when I tell friends and even family members that pigeons is sort of my happy place. It's sort of a place that I go and I'm at peace. I'm not beefing, I'm not arguing, I'm not in any kind of debations, or you know, it's no intrigas, it's no bullshit. It's just straight harmony, you know what I'm saying? You in tune with the pigeons, and it's straight harmony. But I do have a sincere appreciation for them, and I have a love for the hobby as well. You know, it's sad that the hobby is kind of tainted with a lot of people that's in it. You know, it's always some type of game for them, and it's never really for the love of the hobby. It's more about $1 for them, or the bochinches, the intrigas, or the backbite and all that. I stay away from that because I still have a short temper, and I'm not really for none of that. But my life is different now, and I thank God, and a lot of it has to do with pigeons, and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful, and so if possible, I'm gonna always keep a place in my heart for this hobby.